son has brought this beautiful orchid over. It's very, very well grown. But as you can see, it has these kikis on it. If we look very, very carefully at these kikis, you'll see that they have some pretty good roots on them. This is a really, really good time to remove the kikis when they have this many roots on it. You know, you want to remove them before the roots get real stiff. And if you could look at this kiki in particular, it's got new leaves emerging right here also. That's a really good sign that it's time to remove these. And so before I do anything, I make sure I have all the tools that I'm going to need to do this. So I have got some potting material up here ready to go for the kikis. I've got some nice clean pots ready to go to put the kikis in. I've got some nice sterilized cutting instruments, so when I cut it, I'm making sure I'm not going to be passing on any virus or fungus or bacteria. And then I've got some name tags. Unfortunately, the orchid that I'm taking the kikis off does not have a name tag on them, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the date on here so the person knows, you know, when these were taken off the plant and when they were potted up. So when I remove these, you know, you could leave the inflorescence. They sort of just snap right off, or you might have to cut these off. So as you can see, I have this beautiful, beautiful kiki with these beautiful, beautiful roots. Now, if the roots are really, really dry and not real easy to manipulate, what I'd like to do is wet them down really good, let them soak, and so I'm not going to be breaking the roots. But you can see these move pretty well. Now, when I pot up orchids, I do not put the potting material in the pot first. What I like to do is put the orchid in the potting material first, a little bit lower than I want it to be. And I do this because as you can see, I'm going to get the potting material out, and I'm going to put the potting material in, so I'm not going to be pushing the roots. I'm not going to be pushing them down. In fact, as I put the potting material in, I'm actually going to be pulling the plant up. So you see how low it is in the pot. I'm going to do some shuffling around. I'm not going to push real hard because I don't want to break those roots. I need another handful of potting material here. And so you can see I've got that nicely. Now what I'm going to do is sort of rock and roll this plant, particularly looking at that new root, make sure none of the foliage is touching the potting material, and then I'm going to put it up a little bit higher. I don't want the plant itself, you know, touching the potting material. I want the roots to be covered by the potting material. So this is how easy it could be. I'm going to put the tag that I put the date on in here, and then we're good to go. I'm going to soak this really, really good and then return it to the person my son got the plant from.